What's up YouTube, this is Joe from TeamDeathMeta giving you a deck list today. This is a deck list. I decided to do this one, oh wait, actually, let's take this out and put this in. Sorry about that. Just remember the change that I made to the deck. But yes, this is a deck list that I decided to profile and share with you guys. Purely for the fact of one confirmation that's in the upcoming High Speed Riders deck, which I'm extremely waiting to get. I'm so excited for this set. It's going to be so good. I've ordered boxes. It is the first box I've ever personally bought myself, and it's just going to be such a good set. So many good cards, and I'm so hyped for it. Some of the rarities are annoying me, but hey, that's what Konami does. They up rarities for no reason. This is it. So yeah, I decided to profile this deck purely for the fact, because of that, and I really want to share it with you guys. I've only posted this deck on one thing, which is Speedy Steve's Facebook channel. If you enjoy synchron decks and synchro decks and that kind of thing, go sub to him. He's a great YouTuber. He does such good content, and his synchron profiles have always been helpful to me. They've always inspired me for new plays and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to run through the deck profile. When I get to it, I'm going to say one thing that's new to the deck that just ups the power of this deck and the plays that you can do, then the situations you can get out of. So let's go through the deck profile. This is obviously a junk doppel variant deck. So or standard junk doppel, which is 2 quick draw synchron, 3 junk synchron, 2 doppel warrior, 2 level eater, and 1 synchron explorer, and also 2 jet synchron. This is standard that you see in any junk doppel deck. In my normal junk doppel deck, I run now 3 doppel warrior. I haven't tested this variant with 3 doppel warrior as of yet, but when I do, when the set comes out, I'm going to be playtesting the hell out of this deck, making sure that I can get, essentially just make sure I can get Red Dragon Archfiend and his Resonators in junk doppel nicely, and just hopefully even make it better than the standard junk doppel, because of the plays that you can do with the Resonators. That is just so good for synchro decks, and being able to get Red Nova out is just such a good play. And so I'm going to be playtesting a lot out of it. But this is what you normally see. This is where a lot of your plays come from. The standard doppel warrior, quick junk synchron and quick draw. It's just such a good play. Throwing a level eater into that opening hand, you can do a big synchro play from there. So this is one play. This is essentially, this is just the main lot. Things that a card that you won't see in many junk doppel decks is Dandelion. I still like Dandelion because I still like the play of quick draw, dump Dandy, get 2 tokens. You got a level 7 synchron synchro for free. Throw in anything else and you've got a good play there. So I still like Dandy. It's also a good normal summon again with the quick draw. You can go quick draw, dump the level eater, normal summon the Dandy, reduce quick draw to 4, bring back level. You got a road warrior there. And you got, from there you can go into a jet synchron, and then you can go with the token and make a formula. So that's a big play right there. Sadly we don't want one road warrior in the deck, because there's just no room. But I still like Dandy. It's just a good card. 2 Quibble Hedgehog. I still like 2 Quibble Hedgehog. I just think it's such a good, easy free special summon from the grave. If you dump it by tuning, it's amazing. Dump it through quick draw, it's amazing. Minute of jet synchron and grow bulb, it's amazing. It's just all around great Quillbot Hedgehog. Bring it back from Junk Synchron, and you can use its effect again later on. Then for the Resonator stuff, you've got 1 Primitive Butterfly, 2 Synchron Resonator, and 1 Creation Resonator. One thing I've been reading wrong about Primitive Butterfly, that's not too much of a big deal, is that you can't target just any monster on the field and increase its level. In fact, it just only increases insect monsters, but that still doesn't matter, because by the fact that it can make itself a level 6 is just really good for the deck. Otherwise, it's 3 level 5 to special summon, which goes very well with some synchro plays for basic level 8 play. You go for with that and Junk Synchron, you've got one of your 3 best Dark Dragons up in the extra deck. So it's all around. I still like Primitive Butterfly, though I can see myself taking it out in the future, as it's just kind of like a good gimmick that I like to put in there. So who knows. Then the Resonators, Synchron Resonator and Creation Resonator. I love these Resonators very much. Creation is a free level 3 tuner, special summon if you have a level 8 or higher synchro on the field, to go into your big plays. Also is a great access to Nova. And then Synchron Resonator is just an all around a great level 1 tuner. I can see myself taking out in the future the Creation Resonator and the Primitive Butterfly, and then just having more Synchron Resonators maybe, or just generally having Synchron Resonator in the Junk Doppel deck, just because again it's just a really good level 1 tuner. Just the fact they can just special summon as long as you have a Synchro in the field, it's just sets up so many plays and just is just a great. This is just an all-around great card. So that's the Resonator stuff really. Then for the rest of the monsters, we've got 1 Glow Up Bulb, 2 Effect Veiler, and 2 Mathematician. I still stick with Mathematician just because in testing I've always wanted to have. Just for the Mathematician has just been getting a lot of mixed love and reviews lately. People will say you don't need it anymore. Some people will say that you need it. I find myself that I would rather have it more than not having it at all. And for that fact, I still want Mathematician. I want him at 2 for 2 reasons. One is that I only have 2. I only have 2 in IRL, and Mathematician's price is so just it's an awkward price for me. I can afford it, but I don't want to spend the money for it, for a 3rd copy. So far, 2 Mathematician has just been going well enough for me. I've never found myself needing the 3rd Mathematician. Once I've gone through 1, that's generally enough for me. But if I ran it at 1, I know I just wouldn't see it enough, so I run it at 2. At the very worst, it's a 1500 hitter, which when you have a board that if it gets destroyed by battle, you draw a card. So that's at worst for Mathematician. 2 Effect Veiler, just Effect Veiler and Glow Up Bulb because it's a synchro deck, and Glow Up Bulb is an amazing tune. And then for spells, we have 3 tuning, 3 reinforcements of the army, 1 Resonator Call, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 1-for-1, and 2 Upstart Goblin. This is our draw and search power, and what amazing draw and search power we have for this deck. Resonator Call is simple enough. We have 3 Resonators, 1 Resonator Calls worked well for me. We have a lot of warriors, so reinforcements of the army, and we want synchron, so we want tuning. 1-for-1 because we have a lot of 1s, level 1 monsters. Foolish Bird dump stuff in the grave, and Upstart Goblin to just essentially, as Phoenix Flair said, it makes your deck 38 cards if you want Upstart Goblin, which is very good. Then for the rest, we have 1 Soul Child for his power plays, 1 Raigeki to clear the board, 1 Book of Moon because it's so versatile and it's like having a trap, and then we have 2 MST because we don't like back row. That's the main deck. A lot of stuff that was needed to be said just because it's been a while. And then for the extra deck, we have 1 Red Nova Dragon as our boss monster, as our ultimate boss monster, and sort of like our Quasar for this build. Just gets more powerful with every tune in the grave, and it can negate attacks, and that's it really. It can't be destroyed by card effects. Then we have a Hot Red Dragon Archfiend BL, 1 Dark Dragon and 1 Tuner, level 10. So we make him with Hot Red Dragon or Scarite, and he can just essentially bring back. He can just special summon 2 tuners if we have if he deals damage, and you can distribute a monster to bring back a Red Dragon Archfiend monster from our graveyard. So we can bring back one of these 3 monsters as long as we have a tuner, which is as long as we have a monster on the board, which is very easy to do with this deck. For things like Level Eater, Synchron Resonator, Jet Synchron, Quillbolt Hedgehog if we have to. So very easy to pull off. Then we have Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Same requirements as BL, level 9. And if he deals damage, you can special summon 1 tuner from your graveyard in defense position, as well as if during your opponent's turn you can target a face up card your opponent controls and negate that face up card's effects. So it's a very good monster. 3200 attack, and BL is 35, so very strong monsters. Can run over a lot of things in the meta and just a lot of things in general. I've always found 3000 attack as that benchmark. If you can reach that or get over that, you're pretty good in terms of battle. So you just have to be careful of effects, and Abyss takes care of that very easily. Then for the 8s we have Scarite, Hot Red Dragon and BLs. These monsters I just found to be the most useful. Also for the fact that it just fits the theme of a power deck variant for the synchron junk double. BLs is just that annoying dragon to get over, annoying card to get over that can be killed by battle effects, and when you take damage from an attack involving this card or from an opponent's card effect, you can gain his attack. So it just becomes really powerful and just becomes a real nuisance for the opponent to get over. This is the reason now why I wanted to make the deck profile / update, is for the fact that Hot Red Dragon just got confirmed for high speed riders at this point in time of me making the video, which is absolutely amazing news. I've had 2 copies from the manga which I've bought. I didn't buy the manga, I just bought the cards separately. But I've been wanting to play those cards for ages now, and now that he's been confirmed for high speed riders, I can finally play them. So we play Hot Red Dragon over the normal Red Dragon, which is a shame because I do love normal Red Dragon. Purely for the fact that he can just blow up the opponent's board and then clear way for direct attacks. And it's just such a useful card to have, as well as Scarite, who does something very similar, where he just blows up all special summon monsters. So these 2 cards are just amazing for the deck. I would even be playing Hot Red Dragon once in my normal junk double variant. I'll be playing him. I'll probably take him. I maybe take out BLs. I'm not too sure. I'll find a room for it. Just because it's such a handy card to use. And so those are the level 8s. I kind of went over Scarite as to why we play it. We also play him for the fact that he takes the name Red Dragon Archfiend, so we use him to go into our Nova. So those are our 8s. For our 7s we have Clearing Synchro Dragon to deal with shadows and anything else that's annoying. And also just a great level 7. But there's replacements for him. There's something that you can replace him with, which I'll get to later. Then we have Junk Berserker as our quick draw target. Then we have High Speed Warrior Kendama. I still like this card, and I still will stay to use it. Purely for the fact that if you have to go into a level 6 turn 1, he is probably one of your best players to go into a level 6 turn 1. Purely for the fact that we don't want back row in this deck other than these 3 cards if we have to. Or should I say want to. Book of Moon you would normally play face down. But other than that, we don't have anything in our back row. So going into Kendama turn 1 if we have to is just probably one of the best plays we can do, because for the fact that he can bring himself back. So for the small price that we can't normal summon or step, we special summon a lot in the deck, especially with the addition of Synchron Resonator, and if you have him in your graveyard, Jet Synchron. We special summon a lot in the deck. So using him as essentially a free level 6 on our next turn, if he goes to the graveyard, just sets up for a lot of plays in the deck. We can go from a Kendama into a Clear Ring Synchro Dragon straight away, and we're golden from there. And then from there we could go into our bigger plays, so we can go into our Hot Red or our Scarlight, and then just wipe out the opponent's board, smack them for 3000 damage in the face, and if you go for Scarlight then you burn them for 500 per each. It's just such a good play, and I just love Kendama for those options. Then we have Junk Gardener as a quick draw target. Then for the 5s we have Armades, Hyper Librarian, and Junk Warrior, and our Axel Synchron. Someone commented on the post I made on Speedy Steve's Facebook about having Axel Synchron in the deck, and one of the reasons I never ran it is because I was reading the effect wrong, and I just didn't playtest it enough. And now that I've been playtesting it, he is amazing in the deck, and I agree with Speedy Steve that he's probably one of the best things to come out of the new deck, by the fact that you can just send Jet from the deck, make him a level 6, and most likely you went from Junk Doppel into Junk Synchro into Doppel Warrior, so you got 2 tokens, and then you can go into your BLs, which is an amazing play. Or Hot Red Dragon, or Scarlight. Amazing opportunities for Axel Synchron, and he's just an amazing synchro for the deck. And then for the last up we have one for me Synchron. I would want to fit another one in the deck, but it's just so tight in the extra deck. It's just annoying as hell. Down here is not an extra, is not a side deck. These are just all things that you can play in the deck. I would probably slide the Dichotomy and a 3rd MST naturally, just because that's just what to do, and maybe Shooting Star and Stardust. Just again opportunities for certain situations. But these are 2 extra cards that are coming in the High Speed Riders that you can use in your deck. Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, sorry for that. Moonlight Dragon is another level 7 option instead of Clearing, or even Junk Berserker, just to get rid of annoying pesky monsters once they special summon, and kind of like punish them for special summon. I'm going to put them in here. Because once you've got your board, it can be quite, depending on the board you got, it can be quite easy for your opponent to get rid of. So if they don't wipe out your Moon Rose with a Regeki or a Dark Hole or something along those lines, they can't freely special summon. They're going to have to bait out Moon Rose Dragon before they can do their plays, because you're just going to compulse it back into their hand or extra deck. Another thing is Speed Void. Is this is a level 5 option for the deck, which is High Speed Void Chambara Rider. What he does is that he can essentially just make a 2nd attack each battle phase, and he gains 200 points every time he attacks. And then, ooh, he does something else. What is it? You can target one of your banished speed boy monsters and add it to your hand. You can express blah blah blah. We need centigrade. So if you play a speed boy deck, then he replenishes your stuff. But other than that, he's at the start a 2000 point level 5 that can attack twice, and then when he does, he'll be at 2400, which is a very good card. Speed Boys have gotten some great synchro monsters, and the fact that they're all generic just makes them that much better for decks like Junk Double, like Resonators, and anything else really that just plays tuners. So those are your options. There's some extra options, and that's the deck as well. Hope you all enjoyed it. Sorry that it took so long. I just like to explain my options and my card choices. It's just kind of like a problem that I have. I like to explain a lot of things. And again, hope you enjoyed it. If you want to find me, or if you've watched this video and you want to make some comments on it, put them down in the comment section below, or you can message me privately. If you want to duel as well, I actually do want to make more duel videos, but I don't want to just find people randomly. I'd rather have like a subscriber or a viewer to duel with, because then that just makes the channel more like a community than just me. The fact that it's a team named channel and I'm the only one who posts on it is just weird enough as it is. So if you want to duel, and if you want to duel a certain deck of mine that I've even made before, if you want to see my variant of a deck and you want to face it, comment it down below. I'd be glad to do it. I love making deck profiles, and I love making deck themes and skeletons for people, and then even showing it to them, playtesting it with them. So again, hope you all enjoy this deck profile. There'll be further updates, especially once the set comes out, and I will speak to you all later. And yeah, goodbye.